Iowa Live.
From the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, welcome to Iowa Live. I am Lou, and man, are we excited for our first guest on the program here this morning. Full disclosure, very good friend of mine for many, many years, but in reality, folks, I was friends with her dad before I was friends with her. Her dad just so happens to be Johnny Orr. How about that? This is Becky Montgomery. So great to see you, my friend.
Thank you, Lou. It's wonderful to be here with you.
Yeah, we are here to talk about the Alzheimer's Association and some exciting news. We're talking big time news when it comes to people that have Alzheimer's and the treatment of Alzheimer's. Tell us about all the exciting news.
Okay, well, Leqembi has just been approved July 6th by the FDA, but it also, because I advocate for it, and a lot of people do across the whole country, it's gotten approval from Centers for Medicare and Medicaid. And what it does is removes, well, those of us who are genetically related to this disease definitely want something like this. So Aduhelm was approved by the FDA, Leqembi has been, and Eli Lilly is coming out with one as well. But what they do is they remove the plaques and tangles. Well, they actually, it slows the progression of the disease and helps you stay at home longer, work longer, enjoy your family longer, and be able to just stay healthier and plan for your future when it gets worse. But people are only eligible for it if they have mild cognitive impairment, MCI, or are in the early stage of Alzheimer's.
Right.
If you get it, at 2,000 people a day convert from MCI to the middle stages. So you've got to get an early diagnosis, and you've got to understand that this is an option.
Okay.
But because CMS now is covering Leqembi, the cost to you is going to be much less than it was beforehand. Because it's about $26,000 a year. You get an infusion twice a month.
Okay. So it's not something that has to be a daily routine.
No,
Okay.
it's twice a month.
Right, and this is really going to be changing lives. And actually, you mentioned, off air that when this information came out, it's getting responses from even from your family.
Oh yes. Well, when I texted my sisters that it just got approved by CMS, my oldest sister said, "Good, just in time for me," because she's 7 years older than I am.
Yeah, and the story behind that, the backstory of that.
Yes. Well, my mom had Alzheimer's for 15 years, but she had a very positive attitude. So we have to stay positive, and we have to stay aware of the fact that we might get it.
Right.
But I will say, if you want more information on it, you can go to alz.org, okay, and at their website, they will tell you more about it, or you can call the hotline, which is an amazing 24/7 hotline, 800-272-3900, or you can simply talk to your doctor about your eligibility and if it's something that will work for you.
Now, it sounds like everybody is going to be affected by Alzheimer's and this disease in their future, and you've seen firsthand how it can really take the person that you know and transform them into someone who doesn't even recognize you.
Exactly. My mother didn't know my name for 9 years.
Wow.
She knew I loved her because I was there every day.
Right.
But even at the end, the caregivers would look at her and say, "Rami, who's this?" and point to me. And she would smile and say, "I'll never tell," because she didn't want them to know what she didn't know. But that's a normal thing with Alzheimer's. You can't correct them. You just can't order them. You can't ask them, "What'd you have for lunch?" They don't know that anymore.
Okay. And so what will this drug, do you think, will be able to do? Would this drug have enabled your mom to possibly recognize you? Does it reverse anything, or does it just push off the onset?
It just pushes off the onset.
Okay.
It just slows the process. But with all the research and everything they're doing, it gives us all a great amount of hope that eventually they're going to come up with one that gets rid of it completely.
Really, and this is good news. And speaking of good news, there is a conference that is going on now that you said you just heard some more information about.
Yep, that's the one I heard that Eli Lilly is coming out with their own version of it. But the conference is in Amsterdam, and it's of all the scientists, so it's the people that are determining everything. So they're having their first ever county-level Alzheimer's prevalence data, featuring data from 3,142 U.S. counties, including Iowa's 99 counties. Okay, and older adults, this is a scary thing, who start on opioids after a dementia diagnosis, it's not good, face heightened risk of death up to 11-fold.
Oh, no.
And that's what they determined there too, especially in the first 2 weeks of opioid use. But they're making strides towards simpler finger prick instead of a PET scan to determine that you have Alzheimer's.
All right.
And that's way less invasive and much cheaper. So that's good. But honestly, I don't want to know, because then I'll get all paranoid.
But if you do have the early onset, the addition of these drugs that now are going to be covered by Medicare, that is a game changer, isn't it?
A huge, big-time game changer. Also, if you're interested at all in volunteering for the Alzheimer's Association, that may benefit your brain health, including memory, your planning, your following directions, and displaying self-control.
Okay.
So we always need more volunteers. Currently, I do 5 support groups a month. I do educational programs 2 to 8 a month, and I'm a big-time advocate because I really want these drugs covered because I'm at risk. And when I was at the rally, my sign said, I'm doing this for me and my sisters.
Okay, well, that is wonderful. People want to get more information, alz.org/Iowa to get all the information. Becky, so great to see you. Give me a hug.
Good to see you.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for all the great information. We do appreciate that. Now, you know, we mentioned Johnny Orr. We talked about basketball. How about we mention something else basketball-wise?
Go ahead, yes.
Because everybody knows who Caitlin Clark is. Don't go anywhere. We're going to tell you how you can meet Caitlin Clark this weekend when we come back to Iowa Live.